Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast, Conversations with Mother Earth. My name is Maria, aka the Spiritual Gardener, and today I want to explore food. Food, excuse me, from the perspective of Mother Earth and from Spirit or Spirit Team. Whoever wants to step forward today and give me some insight, because it is such a hot topic, isn't it, in our life? What's the right thing to eat? What's the wrong thing to eat? What's best for our body? The sometimes feeling of lack of control when it comes to our own food here. All of these things are so very poignant and relevant to today. And I think it all ties in to our evolutionary journey that we're having. Learning that we are autonomous, that we are in control of all of the things. And it's just about exploring those aspects of yourself and finding the answers within you, the answers that are specific to you, for you, the things that work for you best. So, I have to tell you though, as I was doing my grounding meditation before we started today, the energy at the moment feels very Viking, like very Viking party at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but as I was doing my meditation, as I was sinking my roots deep down into Mother Earth, I'm telling you, it felt like they were like in the earth, in a huge mead hall, like having a time. So I don't know if that means that we will have some Viking assistance today with this, or if there's something else that will come up, but at least to start the conversation, I really am so very interested about food, its importance in our life right now, the effects maybe that it has on our body, how we can work with Mother Earth to, I don't know, change the process or change our minds about it. I also really want to ask about crystals, because I've been seeing a lot of people trying that, is it electroculture? I'm not sure, but using the copper rods in their vegetable beds, because in the vegetable garden I love to try all the things. So trying the copper rods in the vegetable garden, but then also people wrap crystals around the rods. They say it does things. So I'd love to just ask that question or see if something like that comes up too. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and do another little grounding meditation, and then we'll start asking our questions. We're getting straight to it today, okay? Let's do it. All right, and if you're interested, go ahead and close your eyes. You can do this little practice with me. It's just nice and grounding. It's a little bit of a reset, a refresh. So go ahead and close your eyes. Picture that white light above your head. And allow that white light to start to creep down into the top of your skull, into your third eye space. Bring it down your throat, down your body, your shoulders, through your arms. Let it touch your fingers. Bring it through your chest. Let it touch every bit of you as it comes down and sinks down your body. Bring it down through the torso, your stomach, your hips. Carry it down and through your thighs, top of your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your heels, and your toes. And let it travel down into Mother Earth and begin to branch out. We are rooting in today. So we are taking our energy, making them like tree roots, spreading as far as we possibly can go. Drawing that white light energy down into Mother Earth, letting it disperse through our root system. We're creating a solid foundation. All right, and once you feel really good and settled in there, I don't know if you feel the Viking energy today, but it's still there. Okay, go ahead and breathe it back up through your toes, through your root system you created. Breathe Mother Earth back up into you. Bring it back through your ankles, up your calves. Let it touch your knees and your thighs and your hips. Carry it up your torso, through your back, and let it go over your throat, through your arms, out the top of your head. Into the sky. Outer space, carrying Mother Earth's energy as high as it can possibly go. And allow it to settle into source energy, unconditional love, the white light above you. Attach it there and take a few deep breaths. And then go ahead and breathe that white light energy down into your heart space. Allowing it to settle there. To help it expand, to fill. The majority of time, this is where I get my messaging from. I know it's real because I receive almost like images or movies. I feel them in my chest, in my heart space. All right, and I've already done our prayer. All right, Mother Earth. Today I want to get started by asking about food and the human body. Why is it so important? Why is it such a hot topic right now? Food and autonomy and food independence. The first thing that I'm being shown is a book opening, or I'm opening a book, and it's almost like I'm perusing. And it feels like something about human history, or this is the story of human history. Can you tell me what the story is? What does the story say? The food has been manipulated throughout human history. Those that have it, controlling often the people that do not. Or at least, and honestly, I'm seeing like, it feels like a Viking village and baskets and baskets of fish that are being taken in or offered to the leadership of that space, of that area, taken in by them and being handled by them, but not necessarily honestly. It's a control thing. The management of the fish in this example. And it was a way for the people to offer or continue to offer their loyalty. The praise of the leader or leadership. In this instance, I'm going to say the leader because I'm seeing like a male king, or I know they had specific words for them, but it felt like the reigning family. And it was definitely a form of manipulation because there isn't kindness. I'm not feeling kindness when it comes to the management of the food. I'm feeling like manipulation and kind of some of those dark, lower entity and energetic feelings. manipulating people to maintain something. Power or peace, I guess. But it mostly, I think, has to do with standing. And now I'm seeing moments where the perfectly good food, perfectly good fish is being tossed out, being thrown away. To, again, like manipulate the villagers or the population into believing there is a scarcity, or to be able to tell a tale that they want to, that they've formulated themselves. Oh no, there's no more food. Oh no, we're running short, kind of thing, to fit their agenda. Why does this relate to how we feel today about food and food independence and autonomy? And now I'm seeing a whole bunch of people working fields of food, and it looks like cabbage or harvesting greens, just harvesting. And it's all in rows. And it's rows and rows of the same food, the same vegetable. People are hunched over and working. And it's definitely like an industry like this. This is what it feels like. That this is what parts of our current food industry look like. Now, what does this represent? What is this trying to show us about food autonomy and independence? It feels like not only is the access, but the power are in a select few hands. But it also, I keep getting this like monoculture is what it feels like. Literally like rows and rows of cabbage. So many people working to harvest the cabbage. And it's like in one pocket, in one area, they only grow cabbage. And in one area, they only grow this. And in one area, they only grow that. Yeah, it feels very global scale like this. Now, what is the messaging behind that? What does Mother Earth have to say about that practice? I'm getting a sinking sun. An orange sinking sun. What does this represent? Yeah, this, I think it's saying like the sun is sinking on that way of producing. Those areas are needed for their own people, to feed the people there. Transitioning to something that's not just a monoculture, only cabbage grown and then shipped places. But making each area that does that like a thriving, living, multi-crop system or setup to feed the people locally. And I don't know why I'm feeling like I'm getting a Mexico vibe. That's what I feel like I keep getting. Or, like a Latin American locale. And I'm getting the sense of like, feed the people, feed the people, feed the people. We're doing it for the people. I don't know if it's this like brainwashing or the story that these companies or these farmers, the people that are producing these vast amounts of food like this, feed the people, feed the people. The jargon or the storyline that's been told has allowed them to believe, or given them the opportunity to believe, that what they were doing is helpful or right. But it's like the story that they've been told is a bit false. It's not shiny and new. It has a little bit of a dullness to it. It has been, for profit, not for benefit of all. Here comes manipulation, like manipulation of a system for one's benefit. And one, not all, like I said, one's benefit. So it's lost its luster, that way of doing things. It feels tired and off. And I think only now we realize and can sit back and feel how off that practice is. Especially the labor. It's the labor too. It's not just about the food. It's about the labor of the workers. Like, slavery is a strong word, but it feels very condemning almost, or hard to have to work in these fields or harvest in this way. Okay. What are we transitioning into? Is the system changing? Is our story changing in the way we grow food? I don't know. I'm getting bananas first. Banana trees. And then food forest. Like having a working ecosystem in your own space, in your own area. More individual food growing spaces. Like fruit trees, or having groups of fruit trees for your use, for the people that utilize the land. Why bananas? What do the bananas specifically represent? Finding things that are local and specific to your area and growing those. Finding the fruit trees that grow well for you and really planting those and utilizing those, cultivating those. What else about the bananas? What else does this represent? It almost feels like also that bananas are one of these things that's been over-exported or a part of this old system. Tell me in a different way. What are the banana trees trying to tell me here? I think the bananas also represent travel. Specific foods, local foods, make it exciting to visit new places. It's like a treat to be able to have the food that's local to that place in the world. For bananas, for example. Going to those places where they are indigenous, where they grow naturally, and being able to try one is a treat. It's a gift. It's an experience. It's something that brings joy to your chest or to your heart. These things, these special things are meant to be gifts. Gifts from the earth. And it almost feels like, and now they're just shipped places without the joy or respect that comes with the gift. They're not valued the same way that they would be if they were specific to that region and only grew in the region that they initiated. Then you fly to, wherever bananas grow. I don't know. You would visit these places and have such a unique experience. And be in awe of Mother Earth or in nature and the different places that exist on this planet. That's the fun of travel too, is exploring the difference in landscape, the difference in food, the difference in culture. allowing those things to be sacred to those places. What are some ways that we as individuals can change this or do things differently for ourselves? Right now I'm being shown my own backyard vegetable garden, and I'm getting the sense that they're asking me to plant more fruit trees or more fruit or berries or something. Expanding the opportunity to harvest from your own space. Also, like nuts, I'm getting walnut trees or nut trees. Yeah, what I'm seeing is my backyard just feels like an oasis at this point. Nuts and berries, things everywhere, like packed in. Now, when it comes to growing my own food or food for my family, are there any practices that are most conducive or best practice for interacting with and respecting Mother Earth? First thing off the bat is the sense of food being provided as a gift from Mother Earth. So anything that's grown or harvested from her should be seen that way, as a gift. And also how incredible that we live here and get to enjoy all of the bounty. Like, think about how the variety of vegetation that we are able to experience. That's pretty incredible. A garden is the image that I'm getting. That's what Earth is. It's a garden to experience, and it's so sensory. The smells, the way she smells, the plants smell, the earth smells, the way it feels, the way it sounds. Yeah, her garden is itself like an amazing experience for us. And when we work the earth, when we till the earth, I'm seeing like small patches, small plots, and really sharing the love with the soil, sharing the love with the earth as you work your hands in it. Having a personal one-on-one relationship, talking to the seeds, the plants, the soil as you work in it. Think of it as the most divine gift, and you have the joy to be able to spend time with it and have a relationship with it one-on-one. That totally changes the outlook of growing food, growing anything. Like, it should be magic. It should be seen as magical, because it is. Think about it. You put something this big, a seed, place it under the ground, and in time, it becomes something so incredible. The transformation of this, the smallest of things. That in and of itself is a miracle. Think of the magic of that. It really should be part of a fairy tale. Like, can you believe you put one little seed into the ground like this and it becomes this whole plant, this whole stalk of corn? As an example. Yeah, the process of growing food or working with plants is meant to be a joy. It's meant to be savored and enjoyed and joyful. It's a one-on-one personal connection that you have to the divine. And wouldn't life be so much more beautiful if people actually recognized that, believed that, and cultivated space themselves to have that one-on-one relationship with the divine in their own backyard or wherever they live. wherever they reside or spend time. There'd be a lot more like talking down to the earth, talking to the ground than anything else. What does talking to the plants or talking to the ground? What does having a one-on-one relationship with the plants or the food that you're growing? What does that do? Yeah, I see a human just surrounded and shrouded in white light. Become a divine being, an energetic being. You yourself get to become divine by doing this. Or tapping into that version of yourself more, becoming a brighter light. Yeah, the light is vibrant, blinding. And what's that saying? Like, the more time, be careful who you surround yourself with, because that's who you become. Like, the same thing with your backyard garden or with your plants that you're growing yourself. You become like the things that you spend the most time with. What else can we say about this right now? What else would be so important for us to know about our relationship with growing our own food? Providing for yourself in that way. It's almost like a film or a layer of conditioning becomes removed. The story that the outside world tells you about food, or I don't know. I'm just thinking like food abundance, food scarcity, food availability, food health. All of those stories, you get to remove yourself from them. You get to remove yourself from that narrative because it no longer applies to you anymore, and you see right through it for what it is. When you make your own homemade butter, or your own homemade cheese, or when you're washing your own vegetables that you grow in your garden, there's a whole facet, a whole, part of society that no longer applies to you in the negative sense. And it's almost this feeling of, I don't want to say autonomy because this is different. This is like, what is this feeling? How do I describe this? Intentional being, intentional living. Like, I'm seeing myself at the sink, washing my vegetables, preparing my things. And I do not have this outside stress or these stories ringing inside of my head about anything, really. That's the incredible thing. Like, I get to be very directly a part of my life. Something about the connection that you have with the earth when you work with it allows you to be wholesomely yourself. And there's a trueness, there's a true essence that comes out of you. This realization of autonomy, of independence, of I know who I am. There's this essence about you that is so solid. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, I don't need to rely on somebody else to tell me what I can and can't do, is also what it feels like. How I can and can't live. What I can and can't eat. You lose all that questionability, and you become firm and you become solid in your understanding of your life. That's a pretty incredible transformation that happens when you start doing this. Why does this happen? How does this happen? I'm seeing an energy transfer that's happening between you and Mother Earth as you stand on her and work with her. Almost like as you stand on the earth, literally through your feet, you are sharing an essence with her. I can see it like emanating up into your body from Mother Earth through your feet. There's this transfer, this exchange that happens, and you become so grounded and so in tune and aligned and rhythmic with Mother Earth's frequency that anything that does not match that, anything that doesn't match that, it doesn't touch you. You are so in alignment with the way to live, or a way of living, that, like I said, nothing that's lower vibration or not that vibration can touch you. That's awesome too. I love that. What are some ways that we can grow food in our own backyard successfully? What are some best practices? Talk to the earth, pray to the earth. Pray over your space. Give it intention. Imbue it with your focus, with your heart. I'm seeing just somebody with their hands over like a little bit of soil like this. Praying an intention over it. Directing your energy through your hands down into the soil, into the seeds. What could we be saying to the seeds? What do they like to hear from us? I'm so excited to watch you grow. Thank you for this divine gift. I know you are of the divine. I thank you. There's like this love and this gratitude. But also joy. I can't wait to watch you grow. I can't wait to spend time with you in my space. I think you're pretty incredible. Like, we're giving some loving pep talks. I want you to be happy and healthy and well cared for. Yeah, I thank you for being here. Yeah, I love this practice. I haven't actually asked questions like this before from Mother Earth, so this is my first time. But within the last year in my vegetable garden, towards the end of last season, even my first season even, as I place my seeds in my milk jug containers, because I do winter sowing. I love winter sowing. It's so easy and accessible for me to start a whole bunch of seeds without a seed starting setup. And as I place them in the milk jug containers in January and February, I say prayers over them. I speak to them. I talk to them. I'm so happy you're here. I can't wait to invite you into my garden. I can't wait to watch you grow. So as a best practice, I think that's pretty incredible. And my garden looks great every year for the most part. You know how it is. But if you don't do that already, try it. Try it once and see what happens. There's a lot of magic that can come from intention and gratitude. We see that in manifestation. We see that in most spiritual practice. If you want to change your life, change your attitude, show gratitude. The intention changes, the energy changes. So it's not surprising to me that that's how also we should be treating the gifts from Mother Earth that we're receiving. Let me ask one more question about the crystals. What would happen to my garden space if I added crystals into my raised beds to grow alongside the plants? First of all, it feels like it would light the whole place up. I'm just seeing like bursts of light, balls of bright white light. What would it do for my plants if I put crystals in the raised beds? I think it's showing me like tremendous growth. Like I'm seeing a pea plant climbing up a teepee and it's going woo, 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 woo. Reaching for the sky. More than anything though, it really feels like it is just lit up. It is full of white light energy. What does this do, having the crystals in here? being full of white light energy. It's like an energy vortex or a portal, maybe. It becomes this place of like swirling, powerful, potent energy. Is this safe to do? Is this something that we want to be doing in our gardens? I would say so, because it directs more white light energy down into Mother Earth. I'm seeing spirals of white light energy in a whole place. Like I'm picturing crystals in my raised beds, and the whole area becomes this spiral. White light energy from the sun or from wherever, spiraling down into the space and going down into Mother Earth. Can this do anything in particular, or is it just... I think it feels like it attracts birds. I don't know. It almost feels like very interesting things could happen in your space if you had a whole bunch of crystals in your raised bed. Yeah, it feels like a portal or an energy vortex. What about if we just have a few? What if I just place a few there, here and there? Small ones in my raised beds. Oh, they would sing a tune. They would sing a song, a frequency song in those areas. The harmonics of your space would change. It would be full of, different frequency music, different waveforms. Is this good for the plants or not so good? I think if you're using them as like sentimental treasures, and they definitely would help the plants grow. Yeah, I don't think it would ever be a bad thing to invite more energy, white light energy into your space and into Mother Earth. So it definitely wouldn't be a bad thing. It would just give your space such a vibe. Such a bright light. Wow. Man, I wish you could see what that was like. It was like, spirals of energy, and it was so blindingly white light. Very interesting. I'm going to think about that some more. And I might come back and tell you what I think after I think more about it. Oh my goodness. I think I asked the majority of the questions that I wanted to get information about today, in terms of why food being such a hot topic right now, and some changes that are being made, old systems that aren't working anymore. Overall, it was a very enlightening session for me. I liked it. I very much enjoyed it. I hope you did too. For now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys have a great evening, great afternoon, great day, whenever you're listening or watching. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.